Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the first ever virtual Global Visionaries Voces de los Jóvenes, or Youth Voices. This is actually the 19th annual auction event for GV, but the first one totally online. My name is David Bestock. I will be your host this evening. I'm particularly excited to be here in support of GV, as much of my own work is centered around youth leadership. When I'm not auctioneering and supporting great orgs like Global Visionaries, I run the Delridge Neighborhoods Development Association. Our Youngstown Cultural Arts Center is a hub of youth arts, leadership, and intercultural connections. So, like you, I'm inspired by the work of GV and glad to be here tonight to support. I also want to acknowledge and thank all of you for joining us tonight particularly. We know these have been tough times for the world, and the last few days especially for our country. We know our communities are hurting, grieving, and it's hard for us to find the words to express our feelings of anguish. We invite you now to join us as we take a brief moment of silence to mourn the lives that have been lost and to acknowledge the racial disparities still present and prevalent in our society. Please join me in taking a brief moment of silence. Thank you. At times like this, we usually come together to find healing, but many of us are unable to do so right now because of the pandemic. So, we hope our event tonight can provide some sense of community, togetherness, and that our students' stories and passion can give us hope for a better future that we all know is possible. So thank you so much for being here with us tonight to support Global Visionaries. I'm new to this online event experience just like you, so in the spirit of togetherness and adventure, let's get started on our journey this evening. First up, let's go to a video from Board Chair Roger Kastner, followed by a video overview of Global Visionaries. Here we go.
Buenos noches. Bienvenidos a Global Visionaries Voces de las Jóvenes Auction y Gala. Soy Roger Kastner, un padre de un alumno de GV. También soy el presidente de la Junta Directiva. Es un placer comenzar esta noche's festividades. Good evening and welcome to the Global Visionaries Voces de las Jóvenes, or Youth Voices Auction and Gala. I'm Roger Kastner, a parent of a GVA alumni. Also, I'm the chair of the board of directors, and it's my pleasure to start tonight's festivities. I'm sure I'm not alone in wishing that we could all be together tonight in the same location, and this is a little weird doing our first gala online. There may be a couple hiccups in the process, so thank you for your patience if that happens. That said, I'm grateful that not only we are able to gather online tonight, I'm also grateful that we're able to do so with our friends in Guatemala, Chicago, and around the world, which we have not done with traditional galas in the past. One of the themes you'll hear tonight is why it matters to support GV right now. And I can tell you that even though GV participants are not able to physically be together for curriculum nights or service days, or even go on their immersion trips, the GV staff has done an amazing job in getting our programs online and engaging the students via Microsoft Teams, and they continue to look for new opportunities for delivering the impacts of GV online moving forward. So continuing to support GV as it looks for new ways to deliver the programs online is really important. Additionally, why I support GV right now is that when you look at the issues facing our communities, our nation, and even the world, we need leaders who can develop positive relationships and engage diverse communities in dialogue to create sustainable solutions. I recently heard Dr. Vivek Murthy, the former U.S. Surgeon General, who wrote a book on loneliness and the impact that loneliness has on divisiveness in our country. He said that without relationships, there is no dialogue. And that instantly made me think about the work that GV does. As you know, GV participants are growing their skills that enable them to create more inclusive teams, to foster dialogue with more diverse voices, which are critical components to creating sustainable solutions to the issues that we face together. And now is not the time to turn off the pipeline of empathetic, inclusive, and globally minded leaders. And this is why I support GV right now. Before we get started, I want to thank some important members of the GV community who have helped to make tonight a success. Thank you to Talking Rain, Columbia Bank, and Molina Healthcare. We are grateful for your continued support of GV. Thank you to Live Oak for helping us with our audio-visual needs this evening. Thank you to our event committee volunteers working diligently behind the scenes to make tonight a success. Thank you to my fellow board members. Your commitment to GV this last year has been instrumental in the support of the organization and keeping the program moving forward. Thank you to all the GV participants who continue to make GV a special place during this time of COVID. Finalmente, muchas gracias al personal aquí en Seattle y en Guatemala por tu duro trabajo, tu pasión, tu amor por GV. GV no existe sin ti. Finally, thank you very much to the staff here in Seattle and Guatemala for your hard work, your passion, and your love for GV. GV would not exist without you. In the next hour, we're all going to experience some new things. We have a silent auction already going. Hopefully you've participated that already. If not, please go get in there. It'll be open for another 20 minutes or so. We're going to hear from several students to help us all remember and learn about the impact of our program. And it's the student voices that I think are the most important to hear because they are the best representatives of what GV has to offer. We're going to bid on live auction items, and we're going to give generously to our Fund to Need, which supports our youth programs in Guatemala and in the U.S. And hopefully, we're going to feel a little bit closer to one another. Remember, anyone can participate in tonight's auction, so please take a moment if you're watching on social media to share the link and to post your Why GV, Why Now message and invite others to join in the fun. Please use the hashtags Voces de los Jóvenes or GV Gala 2020. Thank you for your support of Global Visionaries. I know it is a new and weird experience, but please try to embrace the newness and step out of your comfort zone. At GV, we talk about how growth is only possible by getting out of your comfort zone, and tonight is no different, and GV needs your help. So thank you. I hope you all enjoy the night.
Global Visionaries is a leadership program that empowers our young generation to be the leaders that we need more than ever right now to solve some of the world's most pressing problems like climate change and inequalities, because it gives each individual who takes part in the experience the skills they need to navigate the global environment.
Global Visionaries really taught me how to celebrate our sameness, yet also acknowledge our differences, and how to use diversity as a way to find innovation and just the ideas of teamwork and all these skills that are necessary in global leadership. We are the next generation, and I think particularly in a world that is so divided and polarized on so many levels, the problems that previous generations have created are now on our shoulders.
The curriculum taught in GV really isn't focused as much as you would see in a normal school setting. So the program itself focuses on social justice and environmental education. We would participate in projects regarding reforestation, maintaining habitats, maintaining ecosystems. And so directly through the emergence through Guatemala, you kind of see firsthand what you're being educated on.
Pro Justice Group gets the opportunity to teach the first year participants about social justice, which is really helpful because it doesn't feel like someone's talking down to you because they've kind of gone through the same thing. It kind of helped me learn who I wanted to be in the world and understand what it meant to be a global citizen. Meeting people my age and building friendships in Guatemala that I still talk to this day really just helped me step out of my comfort zone.
In the bigger scheme of things, the service that we did and working with people, through the leadership skills and other skills that I gained, I have been more willing to stand up for myself, stand up for things that I believe in, and I've been motivated to be more engaged. I think it really just opens your eyes to the immense privileges that we have, and working with GV, working with people in Guatemala, and getting to do what I got to do through this program was just amazing.
Wow, that's great. Thank you, Roger, for your words, and what an inspiring GV intro video featuring some of our Voces de los Jóvenes. Thank you all. Now that we all know a little bit more about GV, let's get into it. A couple of important things to get us started. If you have not already done so, please go to the website at the bottom of your screen. You can probably find it on the GV website, the event website, probably in your email as well. This is where all the bidding and fun will happen this evening. So grab a second device if you have one, like a phone or a tablet, so you can watch the program and play along and bid. Once you're at the site, if you aren't registered already, then click the Start Bidding button at the top right of your screen. You'll enter your email address. You'll be sent a secure link to get your account all set up with the card that you plan to use tonight. Go ahead and verify your info is correct. Once you see the green gavel, click on that to start bidding. Then you can scroll through all the items and bid until they close. Bidding on everything is open now. That includes the silent items, which will close at 8:30. That's any items numbered in the 300s. And that will all close at once at 8:30, and the live items will close throughout the night, and you'll hear more about that. But all the bidding is open right now. You can also make direct donations at any time. They're open all night. And the Java for GV option will be open until we run out of coffee and mugs, so go ahead and jump on that right now. I'll be here to guide you through the night, to update you on the items, and to lead you through some great videos highlighting Voces de los Jóvenes as well. Please use the chat box to make comments, send kudos to those on screen, participate in some of the fun, and ask questions. We're going to be monitoring the chat all night, so I hope to see you on there. I've got it right down here. I see some conversations already happening, so we're already getting connected here tonight, so thank you for that. Some of you pre-ordered VIP baskets for your evening. Hopefully, all of you have some snacks and a drink of some sort in hand. And now's a great time to refresh that wine, get a snack, because we're going to be together for this hour. We'd love to know how festive you are this evening. Show us what you're drinking. Show us how you're celebrating GV at home. Even if you're in your sweats, we want to see a selfie in the comments, in the chat box. Post it on social media. If you're going to post on social media, please use one of the following two hashtags. Hashtag Voces de los Jóvenes or hashtag GV Gala 2020. We'd love to sort of share the celebration with folks online. So go ahead and jump on the chat, jump on social media, let folks know that you're tuned in and you're supporting GV tonight. Now, please let me introduce the next video from co-executive directors Mario Flores and Sarah Popelka. They got together and made a Zoom video just for tonight. Let's see what they have to say.
Good evening. My name is Sarah Popelka, co-executive director, and I want to welcome you to our first virtual auction. It's strange, I know, to host our event in this way, and I so wish that we could be with our GV community tonight in person. But the health and safety of our friends and family is far more important, and I am grateful that we have this technology to connect us in this time.
Hola, muy buenas tardes. Mi nombre es Mario Flores y también quiero agradecerles a todos por acompañarnos esta tarde. Sarah and I wanted to take a few minutes to welcome you, thank you for your continued support, and reflect a little bit on this past year and the moment we are in now. It is crazy to think we've been in this co-leadership model for over a year now. As you might know, Sarah and I are leading the organization. How are you feeling about this journey, Sarah?
Well, first I want to say cheers. We made it through our first year.
Salud.
Salud. It has been quite a year, to say the least. Scary at times, but also really heartwarming and fulfilling. I got to experience an immersion in San Miguel Escobar for the first time, and I really loved it. I was able to bond with so many students, our staff in Guatemala, and gain such a deeper appreciation for what our students experience while abroad. I also know that this past year, working on our financial difficulties, engaging our community, and setting up our team in a way that has fostered transparency, collaboration, and ultimately greater sustainability for GV, I think has also allowed us to be more prepared to weather this new storm we're facing right now. Don't you think?
Yes, Sarah, I totally agree. As I reflect back on this year, the challenges, learning opportunities, and the success have been many on multiple fronts. Our team, although a small in number, has been able to meet the challenges we face while thinking about how to adapt to the new challenges that will come. The hard work, the many hours of planning have made us ready to look beyond the storm. We continue to adapt our program to the current needs because the fight for social justice has not stopped. Our work to empower and foster young leaders continues, even if it's from our homes and in front of our computers. This would not have been possible without the support and engagement of the GV community, who have been always been by our side. Next year, we will be facing some financial difficulties if the quarantine continues, but we are altering our delivery methods and using the opportunity to create new experiences because we know we cannot give up on equipping young leaders.
I absolutely agree. If this crisis has shown us anything, it's shown us how important it is to have inclusive, empathetic, and globally minded leaders around the world. Even though GV is not on the front lines of this pandemic, and we know that there are so many who are devastated by this crisis, and they need our help as well, we also know that investing in our young global leaders is vital to the future of our world. And we know that you understand this need as well, or you wouldn't be here tonight. So thank you so much for joining us.
Gracias. And now on to the fun of the evening. Sarah and I are thrilled to introduce this next tribute, coordinated by our own Carla Ortega Verduo, to our graduating seniors in the Advanced Leadership Program. Here you go, Carla.
Congratulations, graduates. You get an A+ from me for the creativity in that video. That was awesome. And thank you, Mario and Sarah, for your reflections and for your leadership. Folks, it's just almost 8:30. As a reminder, all of the silent auction items close right at 8:30, so if you're keeping an eye on something you got a bid on, now's the time to make sure you got it locked in, or come in as a late surprise and throw in a bid on one of those silent items. There's some great stuff in there. All of that closes in just about 5 minutes at 8:30. Okay, we're going to go ahead and proceed. So I trust you've locked in your bids. You can always set a max bid on these live items as well and sit back and enjoy your wine while you outbid your competitors for who can support GV and take home some great items. I'm loving the chat. Keep it up. We want to see those selfies of you celebrating at home. It's great. Salud to everyone. I think we're ready to celebrate. We have 5 live auction items tonight. We're going to keep the silent open just a few more minutes till 8:30. You can always make a direct gift at any moment with the click here to make a donation on the bidding site. And of course, we're going to split things up tonight with a few student videos. If you're not yet logged in, now is the time. Go ahead and log in, get your card in there so you can bid. All right, we're going to get into the live auction right now. Here we go. All right, live item number 1, the Burgundy wine package. Our first 2 items, you can see the countdown is already going for 3 minutes. The first 2 items are going to close at the same time in just 3 minutes. The wine package and our Elliott Bay cruise. I'll tell you more a bit about each one. We've got bids on both, so jump in there and bid. The first item is something that can come in handy during the quarantine or even after when we start getting together again for in-person celebrations. This is a 12-bottle collection of red and white wines, hand-selected by Eldon Selections. And they come with 2 beautiful reusable wine carriers from Maori. A big thank you to Eldon Selections for this great mix of fabulous wines, and GV parent Deirdre Meyer for the beautiful totes. Thank you. The value is $500. It's going to be a great start to any wine cellar. I see there's already bidding back and forth. It's up over $600. That's awesome. Can we get to $750? Who's next? Get in there and bid. Live item number 2 happening concurrently. Both of these only have less than 2 minutes to bid, so get in there. This is an Elliott Bay cruise. There's room for 6 people plus board member Ryan McDonald as captain. Drinks and snacks are provided. You're going to find a mutually agreeable date, probably July or August because we're in Seattle. You're going to enjoy dinner and a boat cruise with Captain Ryan McDonald on his 28-foot boat. It can serve up to 6 guests. Destinations can include Bainbridge Pub, Tillicum Village, Suquamish Village. It's up to you. That is, if you are the winning bidder. So get those bids in. What a perfect way to enjoy a few friends once this quarantine lifts. Thanks again to Ryan McDonald for this donation. Again, go onto your bidding page on your phone on another window, and let's let the competition run wild. It's your turn to get in there and bid. You can always use the custom bid option. Put in your maximum bid. You can skip bids if you want to say, I really want that. I'm going to just go ahead and donate $1,500 right now and ensure that that cruise is mine. You can do it. No one's mad. We're excited for you. That's why we're here. We're here to support GV. Go ahead and jump in that bidding. If you ever have any trouble with your YouTube live stream, the pro tip here, refresh your browser. It should take care of your issues. Otherwise, send a note in the chat. With any questions, we're here to help you. So we got about 30 seconds left. I'm seeing the wine package. Let's jump over and see how the boat package is doing. Some bidding going. We got a few bidders over there as well. You can jump in there. I think the top bid's $275. Can we get $350? Or I guess it's $325 would be the next minimum. Or again, just jump in there at $500. Why not? We got 15 seconds. Lock in the wine package. Lock in the cruise. Be bold. Get the wine and the cruise. And spend an afternoon enjoying the heck out of 6 friends and that boat. You'll still have some bottles once you get back from the cruise. All right, folks, that's it. Items 1 and 2 are wrapped. The countdown is done. Congrats to our winners. Thank you to everyone who has bid, and what a great way to start the evening. We're going to continue with some more live auction items in just a few, but now I'd like to turn your attention to a quick Voces de los Jóvenes video from one of GV's Advanced Leadership Program students, Audrey Wen. Audrey, take it away.
My name is Audrey Wen, and this is my 3rd year with Global Visionaries. I'm now part of the Pro-Justice Advanced Leadership Group. Global Visionaries has given me a community like no other that has granted me the space not only to explore the world and learn about social justice, but also to find myself in the confusing and transitional times of high school. From inspiring my college essay to broadening my language skills, Global Visionaries has helped me find the courage to express myself confidently and authentically. It has transformed the way that I view the world and my place in it. These discoveries have allowed me to understand the power and significance of my own voice, which in turn has given me the opportunity to use my own voice for the voiceless.
Thank you, Audrey. Audrey is just one example of the young leaders coming out of GV today. Impressive, confident, insightful, compassionate, and motivated to act. We need more leaders just like you, Audrey, so thank you. And you heard it here, folks, RGV youth are transforming the world, so thank you for your support tonight. One technical note on these auction items, we've got some delay, we've got screens going, we got cameras going, we're bringing this live to you right now. We're going to close these auction items, but if the auction software is still allowing you to bid, it is still open. We're going to be closing it down as near to the time that we say that it's closed as possible, but the world that we're living in here, it may not be exactly right. So if it accepts your bid, you're in. So don't let me stop you. Let me enable you to support GV. That's why I'm here. And that's why you're here. So let's keep it moving to auction item number 3. Live auction item number 3 is some gorgeous art by Ephraim Wolf. Bidding closes in 3 minutes. Let's start the clock. So check this out. Here for some inspiration to bid high on this item. Here's Sandra Pinto de Bader to introduce it for us. Sandra?
Hello, everyone. First of all, I hope that you're all doing well and staying safe and healthy. My name is Sandra Pinto de Bader. My husband, Greg Bader, and I have been supporters of Global Visionaries for a few years now. We really appreciate Global Visionaries' commitment to empowering young people and providing opportunities for them to develop their leadership skills. So the next item in this online auction is color etching by Ephraim Wolf. The title is Mystery Spot, and Greg and I were very happy to be able to support Global Visionaries by donating this item. We think Ephraim Wolf is an eclectic artist, and it's just a neat piece. It is etching 23 of 25, and it measures 34 by 20 inches, including the frame. And the estimated value is $1,500. A little bit about Ephraim Wolf. He was born in LA. His parents were German, and they experienced Berlin in the 1920s, and then they fled Nazi Germany. He was interested in art since he was a child, and it was during university that he got interested in printmaking. He lived for a while in Europe, where he was an educator and an artist, and then he moved back to the States in 1970, and then he established his studio, his printmaking studio then. He received several awards and recognitions in the 80s, and his work can be found in different museums around the world, including the Smithsonian and a museum in Amsterdam. Well, thank you so much for supporting Global Visionaries, and remember, bid high. Thanks.
Thank you, Sandra. You heard it, folks. Bid high. I know for me, art plays a profound and important role in my life, not only in the youth arts work that I embrace, but also in my own life and in my own home. Having meaningful art in your home is a timeless value, and I know I'm spending more time at home these days. You are too. What a great time to invest in some art. We've got a bidder leading the way. Thank you so much, Jess. Who can outbid there and jump in? This piece is extraordinary. There's just less than 30 seconds left. This is just 23 out of 25 made. The artist's history is a great tale, as you heard from Sandra. His work is shown all over the world. If you're a Stevie Wonder fan, and I am, Ephraim Wolf, the artist, was commissioned to do the cover art for one of Stevie Wonder's albums, Inner Visions, as well. You're not going to get a chance like this, although you only have 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, item number 3. Lovely. Enjoy your art. Congratulations. As a reminder, the silent auction has closed. That closed at 8:30. So Glenn, let's go ahead and move on that. Great. So now, folks, on to our next Voces de los Jóvenes student video. This time from a student in our Guatemalan youth program. We're going to hear now what Luis Fernando has to tell us.
Mi nombre es Luis Fernando y he trabajado durante 4 años con Global Visionaries. La primera vez que escuché sobre el programa fue porque llegaron a la escuela donde yo estudiaba a dar charlas sobre Global Visionaries. Lo primero que esperaba hacer en el programa era conocer más sobre la historia de Guatemala, conocer nuevas personas, hacer amistades con gringos y chapines, cambiar mi forma de pensar sobre la sociedad y así mismo cambiar al mundo, hacer cosas que otros no quieren hacer. Durante estos 4 años trabajando con Global Visionaries he aprendido muchas cosas. Aprendí a ser mejor persona. Aprendí a desenvolverme en frente del público. Aprendí a interactuar con personas extranjeras a nuestro país. Y aprendí una cosa muy importante, que nosotros como jóvenes no tenemos que ser víctimas del adultocentrismo. Global Visionaries me ha ayudado de gran manera para ser un mejor líder, porque ahora soy capaz de dirigir y motivar a un grupo de personas. Global Visionaries me ha ayudado con motivación para seguir la universidad. Me pongo a pensar sobre la situación económica de mi familia, y lo primero que quiero hacer es superarme, para poder ayudarlos a ellos económicamente en el hogar. Esto me sirve de mucha ayuda, la motivación, porque soy mejor persona cada día más, y esta meta es muy importante para mí, porque en mi casa la mayoría de mi familia confía en mí y me dicen que yo tengo la capacidad intelectual para graduarme de la universidad. En mi casa nadie se ha graduado de la universidad hasta el momento y quiero cumplir ese sueño. Global Visionaries cambió totalmente mi manera de pensar, porque abrió mis ojos. Esto quiere decir que cuando tengo alguna duda sobre algún tema o de alguna situación, investigo profundamente hasta encontrar la razón del tema. Hola, para mí es muy importante que nos puedas ayudar económicamente, porque me ayudará a seguir en Global Visionaries, donde he aprendido muchas cosas. Este programa es muy importante para nosotros los jóvenes. Necesitamos de tu donativo para que siga adelante y lleguen más jóvenes así como yo. Gracias por tu ayuda, que es bien invertida.
Hola, buenas noches. Me llamo Rebecca Zanata. Okay, that's all the Spanish I have for you tonight, but I'm really excited to introduce the next auction item. Global Visionaries is really important to me and to my family. My stepdaughter Lucy is a senior at Roosevelt High School and participated in the program in Guatemala in 2017 and has participated in the ALP program as well. I really believe in Global Visionaries. I believe in teaching good leadership. I believe in empathetic listening. And I believe Global Visionaries is helping us build the next generation of global citizens. So, what am I introducing tonight? It's the Guatemalan dinner for 10. It is priceless in terms of value. It is donated by the team in Guatemala. And in terms of restrictions, you just need to determine a mutual date, usually in the fall when the team is here for recruiting season. So why am I introducing it? Well, my husband Ben and I bought it last year and it was incredible. We were joined by Billy and Eduardo, who were here from Guatemala last year, and 8 of our friends. We had Guatemalan feast, we had Guatemalan beer, we taught our friends about Guatemala through stories, and Billy and Eduardo shared in the feast with us. It was wonderful. I really loved it, and I know that you will too. I hope that you bid high. I want to say thank you to the Global Visionaries team in Guatemala for providing it, and I want to thank you for supporting Global Visionaries and the work that they do. Gracias.
Thank you, Becca. Wow, what an awesome opportunity. A homemade Guatemalan dinner in your home for 10 people. That sounds really amazing. We've got bids going. Jump in there right now. We're going to have rice and beans and homemade tortillas, great spices. I can't wait, because I'm coming over to your house when you win this item. You're going to learn a lot about Guatemalan culture from your chefs. A big thank you to our GV staff in Guatemala for this generous offer. And thank you, Becca, for that great introduction. Jump in the bid, folks. We got 400 bid. Who can step up right now and get $500 towards GV? You're going to win an incredible dinner in your home. You're just going to find a mutually agreeable date. You got 20 seconds to do it. There you go. Well played, Marty. You're in at 500. Who can jump up to 600? You can get this amazing dinner. Just 10 seconds left. Marty's in the lead with 500. Congrats, Marty. I see you've been active in the chat, too. We've got a lot of action in the chat. We've got some great bids. Now's the time to jump in there. Looks like Marty may be running away with this dinner. Congrats to you. And again, if you have trouble filling all the seats at that table, call me. I will come over and help you eat that amazing dinner. Congratulations. Thank you to everyone who's bid so far tonight. A reminder, you can jump in and click to contribute a donation at any time through the software. So we have one last live auction item to show you before we get to our fund and needs section. So our fifth and final live auction item is a trip to Chicago. We're going to start the countdown. Let's start the 3-minute countdown. And we're going to hear now from Kurt, a teacher and trip leader from Evanston, who made a great video to introduce this item and get us started. Kurt?
Hello, my name is Kurt Ogborn, and I am passionate and affiliated with Global Visionaries because I'm a teacher and have promoted it at Evanston Township High School for the last 4 years. And I've been on the trip twice, so I kind of know what GV is all about. The next item we have up for auction is the Chicago trip. It's a total value of $638. Our donors for this trip are the Field Museum, VK Rochelle Serrano, and friends of Global Visionaries. At this point, at some point in the future, we will be traveling again. I know some of you must be craving a getaway right now. Let's plan it for you here in Chicago. Complete with 70,000 points in a 2-night stay at the Marriott, lunch at Panera, and $100 worth of dinner at Gino's East, as well as 4 tickets to the Field Museum. GV has a special connection to Chicago and us here because they've had a cohort with Evanston Township High School for the last 4 years. We bring together a cohort of students to go to San Miguel for them to experience the same immersion that Seattle students have, as well as gaining leadership skills, cultural perspective, and working alongside with the communities there. I love Chicago. I'm from here. I'm a White Sox fan. We call it the city of big shoulders, as well as the windy city outside of Chicago. But we really are a fun city with a lot of things to do, one of the best food cultures in the country right now, as well as just a wealth of museums to soak in the history of our region as well as the country itself. So thank you. We want to reach out and say thank you to the Field Museum, Friends of GV, VKVU, and Rochelle Serrano for donating the wonderful components of this Chicago getaway. Thank you for your support of Global Visionaries. I know you'll enjoy your time here in my city of Chicago, and we hope to see you soon.
That's great. Thank you, Kurt. Who doesn't love Chicago? You're going to have 2 nights at the Marriott, lunch at Panera, dinner at Gino's East, 4 passes to the Field Museum, everything you need. It'll only cost you right now $450. We've got a $400 bid from Robert. Thank you. Just over 30 seconds left. Once this quarantine lifts, you're going to be ready with your first out-of-town trip all set to go. The bidding is underway. I want to loop back and remind you, too, that until the auction software says that this is closed, if it accepts your bid, then that's your bid. So, Marty, you actually got outbid by Sharon on the last item on the Guatemalan dinner. So it's still open, I guess, on the software. You know, we're juggling the technology here. So go ahead, and if the software accepts your bid, then that's real. The Chicago event is closing. Congrats to our leading bidder right now, Ryan at $450. Again, the software will tell you when we're done. So thank you so much. You all did so well. Give yourselves a home round of applause, and we know that you're clapping for yourself there. Thanks to all of our bidders, and a congrats again to our winners. We're watching the thermometer grow with each minute with your donations. Thank you all so much for your generosity at this important time for Global Visionaries. Now we're going to head into the most important moment of the night, our fund and need. Tonight we're focused on Voces de los Jóvenes and our youth programming in Guatemala and in the U.S. both in need of scholarship and operational funding from you, our GV community. So now please turn your attention to this interview with Guatemalan student Mercedes, and after that we'll go straight to board members Maria and Steve Smith for a few more moments of inspiration. And as a reminder, you can make a direct gift at any moment with the click here to make a donation on the bidding site. Let's go now to our interview with Mercedes.
Por favor, dime tu nombre y cuánto tiempo has trabajado en GV.
Mi nombre es Mercedes y este es mi segundo año en GV.
¿Puede decirme cómo escuchó por primera vez acerca de GV?
Escuché sobre GV en una presentación en mi escuela y me interesó participar.
¿Qué esperabas hacer en tu participación con este programa?
En el programa esperaba conocer un poco más sobre los problemas que enfrenta mi país y su origen, hacer amistades y compartir las diferencias culturales con los participantes de GV de Estados Unidos.
¿Qué has aprendido durante tu tiempo en GV?
Durante mi tiempo en GV he aprendido el origen de muchos problemas actuales de Guatemala, un aspecto importante para mi creación de argumentos, y quiero decir, si en algún momento hablan sobre el tema, yo ya tengo conocimiento y argumentos y puedo participar en el debate, a trabajar mejor en equipo, y que a pesar de la barrera del idioma, muchos de mis compañeros y yo logramos crear amistades con los chicos de Estados Unidos, que pienso que es importante porque nos ayuda a intercambiar ideas y pensamientos con personas que pueden darnos una crítica constructiva desde su punto de vista.
¿Cómo te ha impactado o ayudado este programa para que seas un líder en tu comunidad o en general?
GV me ha ayudado a entender que puedo expandir mis horizontes en el área educativa, laboral y personal. Es decir, que nunca dejaré de aprender, y parte de ello incluye mi desenvolvimiento con las personas a mi alrededor, que no debo quedarme en mi zona de comodidad y que siempre puedo apoyar a alguien con mi conocimiento o con la empatía que pueda transmitirle.
¿GV te ha ayudado en qué quieres seguir estudiando o qué hacer después?
Cuando entré al programa no tenía una idea muy clara de lo que quiero hacer después de la escuela, pero después de trabajar un año en GV ya tengo un listado de carreras que podría estudiar, que se enfocan en la psicología de forma directa o indirecta, como son las artes plásticas o la pedagogía.
¿Cómo GV cambió tu perspectiva en tu vida ahora que eres adulta?
Ahora que estoy madurando, GV me ayudó a ver la realidad de muchos guatemaltecos y el esfuerzo muy grande que deben hacer para salir adelante o sacar adelante a su familia. Mi perspectiva sobre mi vida es reconocer que soy verdaderamente afortunada al tener la oportunidad de estudiar, mientras que muchas personas tienen que trabajar de sol a sol todos los días.
¿Qué te gustaría decirle a un donante que podría dar dinero para apoyar este programa? ¿Por qué un donante debería invertir su dinero en GV para Guatemala?
Los invito a apoyar este programa porque impacta de forma directa en los jóvenes, dando herramientas morales e intelectuales que pueden usar a su favor, como la importancia del trabajo en equipo, una comprensión más amplia de la historia de nuestro país y la falta de equidad e igualdad de oportunidades entre las clases sociales.
Hello everybody, my name is Maria Smith and this is my father, Steve Smith.
Hola!
And we are both members here on the board of directors at Global Visionaries. First off, we want to thank you all for joining us tonight on our online auction, as well as sticking around this long to hear from us.
Gracias!
I wanted to tell you all how I got involved with Global Visionaries. Several years ago, my cousin did the program, and I saw what amazing impact it had on her life, so I wanted to do it myself. In addition to that, I am also an adopted child from Guatemala, and being on the program has been a great way for me to stay connected to my birth country. When I joined, I did the year-long program that ended in a 2-week trip down to Guatemala, working hand-in-hand with students in Guatemala. When I did this program, I learned a lot about myself and learned a lot about the real world, things that I can't learn at school or things that no textbook could really teach me. When I traveled down there, I made close connections with the students that I traveled with who live in Seattle, as well as big connections with students who are in the program in Guatemala, and I've remained friends with to this day. Now, a huge thing that Global Visionaries does is once you're done with the program, they don't just set you free. They let you come back and join the program again in another way to stay connected. So how I joined was by joining the board, which has been crazy because I am the board secretary, which is an amazing opportunity and really shocking to believe because I'm still in high school. Being on the board has taught me many things about how to run a business, as well as taught me the behind the scenes of a nonprofit. Now, the biggest thing that I've learned from being on the board is how hard it is to keep a program like this running, especially during times like this when we have crazy circumstances like this global pandemic. Now, GV has given me the skills and confidence that I'll need to help me realize my dream of traveling back to Guatemala and helping my birth country. But in reality, this could not happen without your guys' donations and without all the generous donations that the program has received. So thank you.
Thank you, Maria. That was great. Well, I've been lucky to have witnessed Global Visionaries in Seattle and in Guatemala. In Seattle, I've watched as our students grappled with the troubling and complex issues of social and environmental justice. In Guatemala, I watched as our students worked as teams on school construction and reforestation, and then watched them struggle coming to grips with the poverty they faced while there. Also, while in Guatemala, I was lucky to participate in a fascinating discussion with Guatemalans about the United States' role in their long civil war. This discussion included firsthand stories from survivals of that tragedy. This is powerful stuff. It's the kind of hands-on learning that you can't get elsewhere. It's the kind of learning that sticks with you. It's the kind of learning that shapes leaders. And tonight is about shaping leaders, creating leaders who can change the world we live in. It's about turning young people on to the realities and opportunities that the world offers. Opportunities that will pay them huge dividends the rest of their lives, and hopefully in turn pay dividends for people in countries like Guatemala. There are inspiring examples of youth leadership today, like Greta Thunberg and her global warming advocacy, or those brave students at Parkland High School grappling with gun violence. But sadly, these are the exceptions. There are simply too few opportunities available today for our youth for real-world leadership skill development. We need more Greta Thunbergs, many more. Maria and I would like to leave you with this thought tonight then. Nelson Mandela famously said that education is the most powerful weapon we have to change the world. We'd like to add another weapon to that arsenal, and that is an inspired population of youth leaders dedicated to working together as a global community. Thank you. Maria and I want to thank you all, every one of you, for caring enough just to stick with us tonight and learn about Global Visionaries and the programs and the differences that they've made to our students and to our youth today. This means the world to us and to our staff in Guatemala and to all the Guatemalans we help. Your donations tonight will make such a difference so that, well, the future Marias of the world can go and make friends with Guatemalans and work with them in a similar manner. Every dollar matters. Every cent makes such a difference to us. We're grateful for any support you can give us tonight.
Thank you.
Adios, and everybody, be safe. Bye-bye.
Well, you heard it from Steve and Maria. This is your moment to support the next generation of leadership here in Seattle and in San Miguel Escobar. Students like Maria, Mercedes, Audrey, Luis Fernando, and so many others who are boldly leading an inclusive movement for justice in so many ways. They're using their voices to speak out about injustice, to lead others to be inclusive, empathetic, and globally minded. I saw something in the chat. Again, thanks for all of your engagement with us here tonight. I saw something in the chat about a parent whose daughter has really grown into being an anti-racist youth leader. And that's never been more important than today. So that's the kind of impact that Global Visionaries is having. Your gift now goes towards programs that equip and empower these young people to find and to use their voice. And like you heard, Every donation makes a difference. So please give generously. We're hoping for 100% participation tonight. So if you're watching right now, go ahead and jump online and give a donation of any amount. We've got the donations coming in. It's been super fun to see them pop up on my screen here. I've got a few screens going to get this right to you in your living room or wherever you are. But now's the time to give and to really lean in to support Global Visionaries. A gift of $10,000 would cover 2 months of Guatemalan staff salaries. Thank you for your donation, Robert. I see you. I'm going to call out some names here. We're seeing it live while I'm telling you. If you can contribute at the $10,000 level, please do so now. It makes a huge impact on the work that we do. $5,000 would create income for 10 Guatemalan homestay families. If you can give at the $5,000 level, please do so now. Thank you so much. The $2,500 level would create income for 33 Guatemalan Spanish teachers. So again, your dollars are going straight to the impact of this work. Please give. Thank you, Neil, for your generous donation. We see you and appreciate you. Marty, thank you. With these donations are coming in, folks, go ahead and give generously. Your support is super meaningful right now. $400. If you can give $400, that would pay for 130 Guatemalan students to go on field trips. I think I missed the $1,000 level, which would provide 72 meals for Guatemalan students. Again, if you can give at the $1,000 level and provide meals for 72 students, that would be fantastic. Who can step up now and give at the $1,000 level? Again, the $400 level would pay for 130 Guatemalan students to go on field trips. Again, these dollars are turning into direct impact. Thank you, Sandra. I see your donation there. I'm not able to read off all the names. They keep coming in. But please go ahead and contribute now. If you can give $200, $200 covers the application gap for a U.S. student requesting financial aid. So you're helping a student participate in these programs by giving here tonight. $100 would provide extra school supplies for Guatemalan students in need. How many $100 donations can we get? And I'll just remind you, you can give more than once. If you've already given, if you want to increase your impact, thank you for the donation, Mary. Go ahead and do that. We see the total, thank you, Thad, appreciate it. We're almost to $30,000, including sponsorships and folks who've given here tonight. So thank you for all your support. Let's keep it going. How high can we get that thermometer? We got it right over here. I will keep you posted. Give it whatever level is meaningful for you. Thank you, Diane. $50. If you can give $50, that pays for 2 hours of one-on-one Spanish lessons for a U.S. student on scholarship. If you can give 50, please give 50. Thank you, Glenn. Appreciate your donation. If you can give $25, that pays for one Global Visionaries staff member to attend a youth mental health training. Any amount helps GV at a time when it is needed most. So now is the time. If you've been watching and enjoying this program, if you've been a participant, a parent, any role you've had with GV, show us your support now by going ahead and clicking that donate button and donate right now. If your company matches donations, please give and be sure to complete a match form with your employer to double or even triple your donation, depending on where you're employed. Check with your employer to see if they match gifts, but that's a win-win-win, I think. Yep, win-win-win. Go ahead and do that if you can. GV staff are always here to help, so just let us know. We're almost to $30,000. Again, that's just the sponsorships and donations and silent items for tonight. We've also got folks sending in checks. And again, if you can get your company to match, that goes straight to GV as well. So can we get some more donations here? They've been coming in. I'm seeing, Laura, we're refreshing the amount. We're almost at 30,000. If you haven't given yet or you gave and you feel like you want to give more, now is the time. We're here to support GV. Thank you, Jess. Appreciate that. We're almost there. We're just $250 away from the 30,000 mark on the thermometer. Who wants to step up right now and just give $250? I'll do a little dance. No, I won't do a little dance, but that's for your sake that I won't. I just want to say during this time, too, thank you to our sponsors who helped us get to this total. That includes Talking Rain, Columbia Bank, Molina Healthcare, And a big thank you as well to our students, to the GV community who sent in videos for tonight's event. Thank you to our whole community. And again, to all of our donors, I was only able to name a few. We're still hovering right under the $30,000 thermometer mark. So I'm imploring you now, you, to click that donate button. If you can't give a whole 250, can you give 25? Can you give 50? Can you give 100? Or let's shoot for the moon. If you haven't given your $5,000 donation yet, now's a great time. We'd love to see those donations coming in. And again, thank you to everyone for your donations. Thank you, Sarah. We're almost there, just $150 away now. Can we just get a couple more donations? Morgan, I see you. We're at $29,905. $95, folks. Who can give $100 right now to push us over the edge? Sarah, thank you. Different Sarah, it's good. It's good. Oh, okay, we got it. We're over. Oh, now you're hearing me. Okay. Aaron Williams, thank you. $25. Sandra, oh, I see you again. Thank you. All right. We're on a little. Oh, Seth, okay. Oh, we're going to set a new goal here. Can we get to $400,000? No, I'm just kidding. Thank you so much for this outpouring of support. I'm seeing them still come in. Go ahead and click that donate button. I see the comments here saying, woohoo! That's the cheering for the fact that I'm not doing a dance to celebrate this success, but I am in my heart doing this dance. Thank you, Laura. We're at 30,280, and again, that's just sponsors and your generous donations that have come in right now, along with the silent auction items. So a big thank you. Even after this broadcast is done, it's still a great time to support Global Visionaries with your donation. So keep them coming. We're still seeing them up here. So if you're hearing me right now and you donate, I'll call you out with a little shout out. Thank you. Thank you to everybody who's been in the chat. Gracias a todos for participating tonight, for stepping out of your comfort zone with us to experience a new kind of event, and most importantly, for giving generously to support the next generation of leaders, and for making room for Voces de los Jóvenes. It's the voices of our youth that continue to make change and create community. So thank you all. Once again, my name is David Bestock. It has been a true pleasure to be here with you this evening. On behalf of Global Visionaries, thank you for your support and your engagement. Stay safe and have a great night. Buenas noches.